I have to live out my life. Not much of it seem to have left. In a great deal, thanks to Melinda's overpowering and cruelty. Why is that? Women, only women I can see in parks who walk dogs, are cruel to dogs. Only women. What must be the internal experience of life that they think, or even don't think, that's okay to be cruel to another living creature? Why do they play God? Because the only reason they can do that, the only reason, because that dog trusted them and is loyal to them. Trust and loyalty are both mediated, at least in the human body, and I presume it might be quite similar in animals too, by certain hormones, neurotransmitters. Not so much individual molecules, but more like their amount in the dynamic constellation of all sorts of hormones, neurotransmitters, what we call internal experience. How does it feel? So, why do we abuse animals? Why do we allow this to happen all the time? And because that kind of abuse, in my own distorted, not representative observation, only committed by women against dogs, only, nobody else did. So why on earth we do this? I think there is a deeper underlying injustice in here, in Britain. And I'm locked in on those islands until I die very soon. There is no reason to live, and I cannot leave. So I wanted to say thank you to people wholeheartedly for various things, but I'm no longer in the position to be able to. And it's a shame because most of them are actually women who helped me immensely against the odds, against the uncertainty, with kindness, support, and creating a belief about myself that I can do things. What a shame that behavior of some, and that includes Melinda, jeopardizing everything, and moreover, normalizing behaviors that may be resilient or reaction to something, but definitely not inclusive and not adaptive. For some reason, people think the future of planet Earth is somehow dependent on humans, or only imaginable with humans present. No. Presence of humans, Homo sapiens, is not needed for planet Earth to exist or even thrive. Also, is it time to stop regarding anything human, let that be creation, buildings, or behaviors, to be unnatural? If we weren't part of the nature or consequence of it, then we won't be here for a start. We must not also think that development of an evolution of humanity was a single process. What if this is the fourth or the fifth one, and we don't know much about the previous ones? We need to look at the unspoken things. We need to look at the invisible when we want to understand kind of sort of sudden demise of great powers and great constructions throughout human history, this one, such as the Roman Empire, because I'm sure there will be something unspoken behind of it. And I wouldn't be surprised if that would be related to women. Women as an experience of life, regardless of the sex someone was born with, or the cultural interpretation called gender affixed to that. It's a shame I seem to be failing to actually attempt to do once something useful in my life. Just this video is possibly no longer about speaking in the same language, but more about letting people know that I possibly made a mistake, went into a one-way street I cannot get out. And why? Because Melinda is just... I cannot find words how bad she is. Out of a false belief of herself, about herself, that only was created when she was a child, simply because she was the youngest. Only just about a year between herself and her siblings, so that time was not enough for them to show a bit more maturity towards her, but was enough to humiliate her to the core when she just started out. And when she gave her kindness and loyalty, which got abused. And I did not realize, because we weren't that close, we were more like siblings. And she sent me away saying I was suffocating her, so for years I did not realize how she was abused. And now it's too late. It would have been nice if I could have a chance to just live once, but it seems I won't be able to. That's 11th of February 2023 from the noisy Kennington Park.